Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are going back to Turnhout for Brouwerij Het Nest, the one with the playing cards. What are we having today? Schuppenboer Máxima. And Schuppenboer Máxima has nothing to do with the Queen of the Netherlands, Máxima, but this is a Schuppenboer that is barrel aged, and it's brought to 14.9% ABV. So I am very afraid of this one. Schuppenboer Máxima. We are testing the limits of our brewing installation. The result is a sweet to light bitter beer in which the alcohol is hardly noticeable. The extra aging on fresh Calvados barrels makes the flavor sensation complete. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hop, yeast, sugar and herbs. 50 EBUs, 16 EBC. And they brewed it to 28 degrees Plato. Oh yeah, but they added sugar. I was thinking 28 degrees Plato has a theoretical maximum of 14% alcohol. But they added sugar, so there will be some left over. Okay. Ah. 14.9. Here we go. Lovely branded bottle cap with their playing cards logo. Also, this label, you won't see this on camera, but this has a opaque, it's like a metallic on black background of the playing card suits, and it's with a lot of gold this time instead of the classic. So they did make a luxury version out of this. Ooh, right off the bat, beautiful color. But they did say fresh barrels, so. And I do have to work to get some foam on there. I might have added a bit more yeast than I wanted to, but it's quite all right. Okay, so quite coppery golden blonde. We don't see a lot of carbonation, but it's there, but it's not a lot. And the same goes for the foam. Ever so slightly yellowish off-white foam, but large bubbles. We had to work a lot to get bubbles on there. But this is a barrel-aged beer and fresh barrels, and probably a relatively long aging, knowing Het Nest. So a lot of tannins, a lot of acids that destroy the protein for that foam stability. Oh wow, that is not subtle at all. That is a lot of Calvados. Although very pleasant. It's like young Calvados, fresh barrels, okay, but it smells like young Calvados that still has that that green apple scent in there as well. But it also smells really, really strong. So 14.9% ABV and a strong smell. If you told me that this was an infused beer, I would have believed it. Of course, I have peeked at the label, so we know better right now. But honestly, at this ABV and this strength in aroma, I would have believed it. And Calvados really has that cognac, that cognac-y feel. It smells and it feels luxurious as well, which is different than with whiskey or bourbon, for example. Especially bourbon. Whiskey depends. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with a decent whiskey or bourbon or whatever infusion or rum but for some reason the cognac and the Calvados is a bit more subtle, a bit more mushy, a bit more velvety, and it feels just a bit more luxurious for some reason. Very, very weird, because it says nothing about quality whatsoever. Okay, let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh, wow. Okay, for some reason I got into my head and thought this beer is not gonna be for me, but it actually really is. First findings, it is slightly acidic but not sour. It is fruity but not sweet. It is bitter but not too much. So it is very complex right off the bat, first sip. But I do get the idea that it's very balanced. And I think that they've been a bit optimistic with thinking that the alcohol is hardly noticeable. But it does come in a lot less strong than I expected. So I was afraid for this beer that it would be too strong in flavor and in ABV. Now I'm afraid that it's not strong enough, or it doesn't feel strong enough. And oh my god, this is a sniper. First sip. I do get a lot of wood here. I get a bit of tannins. I get wood, but not the flavors that I expect from wood. I don't get that typical oaky vanilla, but I do get a bit of that astringent. It's like, it's not oak, but it's like birchwood or cherry wood, for example. Probably isn't, but that is the flavor that I get. Slightly ashy, so the barrels might have been sulfured or burned very, very soon, or very shortly prior to using them. But again, I do like that flavor, so for me that is a plus, but it is a love it or hate it situation, I am well aware. And again, very fruity. This is not at all highly carbonated. It is relatively flat, but it is still carbonated enough to be pleasant. Nice sweet spot there. It is fruity. It has that apple. It has a bit of a tiny hint of lime, or maybe a bit of lemongrass actually, flavor-wise. But that really balances out that wood flavor, and that Calvados, it really tastes like a young fruity Calvados. And the aftertaste is very odd. It is of course way more subtle, a bit more fluffy. But I still get a lot of that wood and that apple. So very soft, very lovely. I am way more enthusiastic about this beer than I expected. Okay. So I think I am going to score this beer a 3.75-ish, maybe even a 4, which for this kind of beer would be very, very high for me because of my personal preference. But yeah, this might turn into a 4 after the remainder of this glass. But we are not taping this. That would take a way too long time. So yeah, here is to all my gaming buddies, the card players, the whatever players. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, suggestions, my credentials are in the description. Contact me. If you want to support me, visit the Patreon page, support me there, or just share a video, or just come over and buy me a beer and we'll have some fun. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Of course, if you don't want to miss out on that, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload that. But until then, cheers.